Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Get up.
You get out of bed this instant.
And turn it on.
Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Marianne Liow, Vice President of Raffles City Singapore. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
We're so excited to have you here. No, Marianne, I walk through Raffles City almost every other day because I stop at the Raffles City MRT. My office is other office is nearby, so I'm always going through there. And through the years, I've seen slowly things coming down, things closing, things opening, things getting refreshed. Tell us how Raffles City started.
Yeah, so Angel, first and foremost, thank you for visiting Raffles City. And yeah, so we have transformed quite rapidly over the last 10 months. But it was first conceptualized in 1969. It was meant to be a city within city. And if you do not know, let me also share with you some background. How Raffles City, the whole design of the mall got set up is by a legendary architect called I.M. Pei. He's a Chinese American. When I Googled and found out more about him, it made it more relevant, and going back to history is so important. And I.M. Pei, he also designed the Louvre in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So after finding that out, it's like, wow, managing Raffles City with my team makes it more, a good thing because it has so much of history that no one knows about it.
Yeah.
So it is still standing there, and we are so proud, that we have a legendary architect, I.M. Pei, behind the history of Raffles City, and to continue the great work that he has put out and be very proud of it. So continuously we're trying to enhance. So last year we took a major asset enhancement initiative to design the inside of the mall. How do you make it comfortable for shoppers to come in? And rightfully, as you say, yes, things came down, things came up because we needed to stay relevant. So as you can see, more and more things is happening for Raffles City, and we are so excited because there is major plans going on also for next year. But I will not let the cat out of the bag because I always say I can tell you so much of Raffles City, but you need to be in Raffles City to experience it. So I'm extending invitation for all of you to come down to Raffles City.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
It's so interesting because when I go to Raffles City, what always amazes me is how you have managed to stay looking modern. Because you've been around for so long, and so many malls, when you've been around as long as you have, they lose something as time goes by. And you guys haven't done that.
And you don't look dated.
You don't look dated
a lot of places
at
do.
all.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the secrets of being comfortable in Raffles City is that you're not dated.
It's important because sometimes you have to wear, the shoes of the shoppers. And I myself, if I go into someone's mall, I will always say there's something that needed to be done. So it's always important to walk in the shoe of the shoppers and also understanding what consumers are now continuously looking out for. The good thing is also, you always have to have top of mind. There are competition out there. And how do you make yourself relevant? And we position Raffles City as not your typical mall. We decided to be unique. Hence, all the conversations that we have with brands, be it local players in the mall, which we truly support because we want to support the local brands as well. International brands, when they come in, we always ask them if you were to open your store here, what is that unique experience you're going to create for the shoppers that is going to be different from the other malls that you have? And it's an interesting conversation because it's not just the brand telling you, no, this is it, but you have to come from a level to make them understand that experience is so important, the storytelling component is so important, and uniqueness is important because then why would someone come to Raffles City if you are just a normal typical cookie cut mall?
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, we are speaking to Marianne Liow, Vice President of Raffles City Singapore, and we'll continue to talk to her on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Noah Khan with She Calls Me Back on Kiss 92.
So, Marianne, you talk about a lot of unique shopping experiences. Could you give us some examples?
Wow, my favorite topic. Gosh, in the morning. I'll be hungry after this.
Oh,
Hey, but going back in history, you remember there was a department store there?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
The
yeah.
very
Robinson,
first.
right?
No, but
Is it-
before
no,
that, I
before
think there was.
Robinson's.
Remember Sogo?
Oh yes,
So
yes, that's
good.
right. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
At the
Sogo.
very, very beginning.
That's
Yes.
what
Yeah.
everyone called it, right?
Yes,
It was
yes.
Sogo. It was not
Sogo.
like Raffles City.
Yeah,
Let's go to
Sogo.
Sogo.
Over time, understanding running a mall or a property, you need to also evolve, right? I mean, there are still departmental stores that are doing very well in other locations. However, we realize that in order to move Raffles City, to make it relevant not just for all generations, especially now with millennials, there's so much of different demand because their buying behavior is so different. We decided to say, okay, should we do something different, right? And we decided to say, okay, no more departmental stores. We wanted to bring in more people with a unique experience. So that area, if you were to go down now to Raffles City, is taken over by Lumine, which is the first flagship store for Lumine in Singapore. Then you have Vivino. So if for all the wine lovers out there, if you know the Vivino app, it's very popular app where you rate your wines. And they decided to open their first global flagship in Singapore and no other in Raffles City. So we're
Nice.
very proud to have them.
Such a pity that I don't drink.
Oh,
No, he's being
He's
sarcastic.
kidding. He's kidding.
But really, I've been into the Vivino shop,
Oh, have
and
you?
I have used the Vivino app before the store opened. It's like walking into the app.
yes.
You don't have to scan the picture anymore and then go, oh, what's the rating here? It sorts everything out
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
in the
yeah.
store.
I'm so excited. I think I'm going this evening.
Okay. Just give me a tinker. I'll be there. And next to Vivino, they also have Grand Cru. It's
Grand
run
Cru,
by the same owners, but Grand Cru is a little bit of a different. It's catered for people who wants a bit more privacy. And if you have a deep pocket, then Grand Cru because they say, oh, it's you. Okay, so I'm definitely meeting you in the on Grand Cru tonight, 7:30.
She's like,
It's a
just,
date.
just give me your credit card. I'll do all the buying.
7:30, I'll be there. Yeah, so Grand Cru is different experience, and they do a lot of wine masterclass,
Oh, nice.
which is very interesting because people drink wine. Sometimes they don't have, deep understanding. I mean, I know basic, but I really wouldn't know the deep understanding. I mean, my French husband always tells me about French wine, but it doesn't register in my head until I drink it. And then he asks me, please pronounce it correctly. I'm like, oh, forget it. I can't pronounce it. I'm just going to drink it.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
yeah, I mean that's one, and the other one that we have is Mensho Ramen. It's different. I have to tell you why, because Mensho Ramen is owned by or run by Surrey Hills.
Surrey Hills, right? Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until I went to dine in myself the last time, and I wanted to take away, and it's like, no, we don't allow you to take away, and I'm like, why is that? And then, it's funny because you're the landlord of the mall, you should know that. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know the story why you wouldn't let people take away, because it's additional revenue, right? And they said no, because we want you to experience really hot ramen. So we
right.
don't let you take away, because if by the time you bring it home, the taste is so different. And the owner of the Mensho Ramen is so particular that no, you only have to dine in. So I thought,
Okay.
wow, that's interesting. So I'm even much more happy to have that in Raffles City. Then we will walk down to also Casa Vostra.
Yeah, that's new, right?
Yeah, and it is amazing because it's been few months they've been open and the queue is pretty long. Why Casa Vostra? It's fresh made pasta, pizza, so fluffy that even when you eat two of it, you don't even feel that there's calories. So it's just like, wow, it's
Nice.
amazing. So it's in your head, you eat so much and you don't feel heavy. But then when you get on the weighing scale, then you say, oh, 1 kilo extra. So that's the beauty of Casa Vostra. And then the one that I have to share is the upcoming opening of Bomb Broth by the very renowned chef Andrea Chang.
Andre
He's
Tang, yeah,
opening
Okay.
Bomb Broth, also the one and only Shabu Shabu in Raffles City.
Where
as
is he
well.
opening this? Where in Raffles City?
It's also together with Surrey Hills, because they're also under Surrey Hills.
Got
so
it.
they work very closely with Surrey Hills. So we are very, very excited.
Right.
Another F&B added onto the Raffles City umbrella. So we are very proud.
Yeah, no, the food's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the ramen place yet, but next to the ramen place is it's a
Mench-
fusion of
Movida. Is it Spanish?
yes, it is.
Yes, that's also really nice, and It's amazing. I mean, I can't tell you how amazing it is until you come down and then have it, and then you're going to say, "Oh yeah, Marianne is right."
Okay.
It's amazing.
Looks like.
But look
maybe-
at you. You've been eating and all that. But look you're in fantastic shape. That means what you
need
said
to
is
ask-
true.
You need to ask my husband. He's going to tell you it's a no.
No, oh my gosh, we need to get him
My
in
husband,
here.
you're listening out there. Yeah, you see, I look good.
You
Yeah,
do.
you do.
You look very fantastic. Yeah, I've walked past Cosa Vostra. I haven't yet dined in yet, but I was quite surprised. I was like, McDonald's was there for so many years.
Yeah.
And then when I saw
know.
the hoarding go up, I'm like, no. Because it's so popular, but the crowd is still there.
Yes, actually, it broke a lot of people's heart when we had to close McDonald's. But it's not closing McDonald's. It's just that we had a different change of direction of what Raffles City strategy, looks like, and we hope McDonald's will come back one day. There's definitely space for them, and
Yeah.
we are more happy to open us and welcome them back. However, I think with the change, it's just very aligned with our strategy for Raffles City, and we are not going to stop. I always tell my team this is that once you transform, you're doing good, you have to be better because competition will get better. And you need to stay relevant. So see more of next year Raffles City, more things coming.
Nice, can't wait. I mean,
I thought everything was done already.
no.
There's more to come.
it's an evolution, right?
It's
I
an
love
evolution.
Raffles City because, I mean, I say this authentically because I go to your CS Fresh downstairs, and then there's my favorite scoop as well is downstairs. Then there's so much in terms of food offerings. You have salads, you've got your wok hei, your nasi lemak, your old chunky, everything is there.
Yes.
It's literally like if you're hungry, you just walk around and you're like, oh, let me
You'll
pick a
find
little
something,
bit of this and
for
that
sure.
up. Yeah, Din Tai Fung is down there.
But you know what the millennials always tell me? And the Gen Zers? They say they can get lost in Raffles City.
I know it's an ongoing conversation. In fact, when before I actually managed Raffles City, I myself got lost. And when I joined them, I'd say the first thing we need to fix is not getting lost. So next year, that's where part of the enhancement is going to come. Is how do we make the lives of shoppers having proper direction, getting to where they're supposed to go. So next year you will see more digital directory. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that on air because that's interesting.
Yeah.
Kiss 92 traffic.
If you're traveling down to BKE towards the PIE, look out after the Woodlands checkpoint. A vehicle's broken down. Also on the MCE towards the AYE before the Maxwell Road exit, avoid lane 6. An accident has been reported wherever you are this morning. Stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We're so happy to have with us this morning the Vice President of Raffles City Singapore, Marianne Liow. And you just found out that all of us have so much in common. We love food. We love our drinks.
Our wine.
So it's time for us all to hang out with Marianne a little bit more.
I think so. And you know what? Marianne was talking about Vivino. It's not just a wine shop. You can also dine there as
Yes.
well. You can also
Yeah.
eat there. I walked in and there were people like catching up over wines and food, which I thought was fantastic. But one thing I think a lot of people, Marianne, have said before, and I still suffer from it, and I go to Raffles City a lot, is getting lost on that first level. You come out from the MRT, you go right, you're fine. Then once you get into that space, you come back out, you're like, oh, okay, did I go left or did I go right? Because it's a little circle. So you mentioned on the Big Show TV that next year there'll be some stuff happening to make it a little bit easier. Can you tell us more?
So there will be digital signages that we're going to make sure that we zone them out. So if you want to go to the purple zone, then you know what's over there. And so that's all part of the plans for next year. And more enhancement. We want to create shoppers being more comfortable in Raffles City. So, it's very funny because I always tell my friends that, I'm doing enhancements in the washroom. And I thought they're going to laugh at me, but it's like, washroom is so important, and I said, wow, that's nice. And many more things happening. So we're not going to stop. So if you come next year, you definitely wouldn't get lost. If you get lost, you just tell me and then I'm just saying, oh, something is wrong. No, we're going to make it much better for shoppers so that, we make sure you don't get lost. I think that's part of the plans for next year.
I thought it's good that people go in there and they can't get out. Then
Yeah,
they'll
no,
do more shopping.
this is true as well.
No, I was just about
Trap
to
everybody
be,
in.
No, I was being cheeky. I was thinking of being cheeky to say, maybe it's our strategy to get you lost because then you find something that you
need to
probably in
buy.
the first place you've never decided to go there. So that's part of our strategy actually.
That is true. That is true.
I was just thinking, I do a lot, I spend a lot of time in malls, and I find that some malls lose something because they don't curate what they have properly. But you guys have seemed to have done. Is it a difficult thing to do, curating those different stores that you have?
I always say no pain, no gain. Huh?
Yeah.
So definitely we have challenges because it's always, trying to get a buy-in from the brands. But I feel too that once you give them a good reason why, because at the end of the day, everybody wants revenue, everybody wants traffic.
Yeah.
And even us as a mall management, we also consistently have to think, how do you draw the crowd in, right? Because you're competing with Orchard, the malls along there. Then you're competing with Marina Bay Sands as well. But Raffles City, I always tell my team, let's not compete. Let's try to win. What we can do best is do a lot of curation. So, the Marcom side will come and do great campaigns. And I'm so proud this year we own something that is called the Beauty Vault. That's about, how do we, marry all the beauty brands together. And, we offer these offerings to our members. And also we have a Raffles Prestige program that's for the top VIPs. It's bringing people how to do makeup, mindfulness, wellness, and that's what we own. So it's going to be a yearly iconic moment for Raffles City. Then we're going to go about fashion walkway. What we create, fashions to show our shoppers what's in, what's trendy, even to the millennials as well. Then of course, not forgetting, we're also going to have the watch component because we have luxury watches there.
Yeah.
And to think ahead of time for next year is we're going to do a little mini watch fair. So that it's about marrying everybody together, and again you're right. It's a community engagement because not forgetting we also have the office tenants, who's always asking what's the community engagement, how do they get involved, and then we have the two hotels. Swiss Hotel and Fairmont, where the international visitors, when they come into Raffles City, we also want to make them feel as part of the community within the Raffles City development. So a lot of things is going on, and we consistently need to make sure that we have all that going, that it draws people to Raffles City. And the three of you will then remember Raffles City, right?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I'm headed there later anyway.
Raffles City is in good hands thanks to you,
Thank
Marianne.
you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been
Thank
wonderful
you.
talking to you, and we certainly look forward to all the plans
Yes.
that you guys
And I'll
have
see you
for
7:30.
Raffles City. Shall
It's a
we?
date.
It's a date.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've been speaking to the Vice President of Raffles City Singapore, Marianne Liow. It's 8:22.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by Putian. Autumn has